What's up, y'all? It's your boy Tevin Jameer back at it again with another video, and I want to do a follow up to what I learned this summer, which is a video I think I dropped in 2019, and a lot of people liked that video because I was just getting on the mic and I was just being as honest as I could be about what was going on that summer. And you know, like I told y'all, I want y'all to learn more about me. I want y'all to know more about me. And, you know, 2021 has really been a year. It's really been a wild year. But I think the summer is where I really learned a lot more than, any other time this year. So, to give a backstory, as y'all remember, at the beginning of 2021, or like at the end of 2020, I basically made a vow to put out, videos weekly, try to stay consistent and stuff like that. And for most of 2021, I was actually staying consistent until the breakup with my ex happened. And just a warning, I'm going to talk a lot about the breakup, but you'll see why I'll get into the breakup, afterwards. But I'm going to talk a lot about the breakup. I'm also going to talk a lot about other things that happened in my life. And I feel like it's probably going to piss a few people off. But at the end of the day, this is just my honest truth. And if people don't like it, they're just going to have to deal with it. So, like I said, I was staying consistent until me and my ex broke up. And when me and my ex broke up, it devastated me a lot, like on a whole nother level, because, and I don't know how she's going to feel if she ever does watch this video, but I'm going to be as honest as I can be. It devastated me a lot because, okay, I know we had issues in our last few months of dating and whatever, but I never thought we were going to break up because at this point, I've pretty much known this girl for I think 3 years now. I'm just going to say 3 years, but I feel like, I known her maybe a 3.5, but I'm just going to say 3 years. And we were going on to 2 years together. So it was just it was crazy. And I know there's other relationships, there's a lot of other relationships that last longer than 2 years and whatever. But the thing is, me and her has been through so much. And that's another thing. Okay, I know I'm 22. I know I'm young. A lot of people love to say oh, did y'all really think y'all was going to be together for the rest of y'all lives? You're only 22, you're going to meet more people. I know the usual sayings. I really don't feel like hearing that. I know the truth, but I don't feel like hearing that. But the reason I would still tell those people, yeah, is because me and her, we've been through so much. I can't even say everything that we've been through, but we've been through things that most couples usually wouldn't go through. And she's held me down through a lot of things. And, it hurts that we broke up because I really felt like we could stand anything. I really felt like we could withstand anything because I told y'all, for most of our relationship, we went through things that most couples wouldn't have to go through. And, she's been by my side for a long time. And for a long time, she has truly been my partner. Not just a simple girlfriend. She was truly my partner in life. And, for that to happen, for us to break up and the way that we did and some of the things that happened afterwards, it hurts a lot that happened. And I'm trying to find the words to say. Okay. So the reason I'm having a hard time even talking about this too is because I don't open up to people like that. I really don't open up to people. Even if I really know you a lot, I really don't open up about a lot of deeper things. I don't even like sharing my emotions. And that's what my ex was. She was that one person that got through all those barriers. I feel like she's seen pretty much almost like every aspect of me. She is the only person that broke down most of my barriers. And yeah, there's a lot of things that I have not told her about, about me, about my life. There's a lot of things I have not told her. Because like I said, I don't open up to people. But she was, I feel like, the only person to break through a lot of the barriers that I hold up to people. And that's why this loss of a relationship is so devastating to me, because it's like, you're the only one that I've ever did this for. Like, I've had other relationships. I had girls that we didn't count ourselves as boyfriend and girlfriend, but we might as well have been. And I told them some deep things too, but this girl, like, she learned so much about me. Like, it was actually like, I felt like we were so secure. And, if you really know me, this is probably about to be a shock, because usually I don't talk like this. But this girl has held me down and learned so much about me and has stuck with me through so much. I was actually thinking about proposing to her. Like, I really was going to do it within it. Like, if we were still together, I would have done it probably like next February, March, sometime like that. I was going to give it a whole nother year and just do it, because that's how much I really, loved this girl. And like, I love her so much that she don't even understand it. And I try to tell her that, like, me and her, we still talk here and there, but it's like, I love her to a point where she don't even understand it. She thinks I hate her, which I truly don't. And okay, in some cases I can understand why she would think I hate her, because there has been stuff, like, since we broke up that happened, and I expressed my frustration in a way that, it's good to express that you're frustrated about something, but the way I went about it probably wasn't the best way. So in that day, I can understand why she would think I hate her. But I literally tell her all the time, like, you don't even know how much I truly love you. Like, this ain't no game for me. I used to think I used to be in love with, my other exes and stuff like that. But I would say this is the first girl that I truly love to her core. Like, I can't hate her. I can't. Even if I move on and get a different girlfriend, I can't hate this girl. I just can't. But enough about the breakup. The breakup is basically just the starting point of this summer, because there's still a lot to talk about and cover. So the breakup happened, and shortly after the breakup, I was diagnosed with depression. And there's some people that believes that the breakup caused my depression. No, I will say it added on to it, but for the most part, it's other things in my life that I can't talk about that I feel like caused my depression, because I feel like I had depression for years. I really feel like I do, or I really felt like I did have it for years. But, like I think I said before in a video, like, black people really don't believe in therapy. Some people in the black community don't believe in mental health. So when when I used to say stuff to the people around me, some people told me, Tevin, you don't need no therapy. Oh, you look like one of the happiest people ever. Like, how could you really be feeling like this? How could you be really depressed? Look, I'm just going to tell y'all right now, just because someone is smiling, laughing, that doesn't mean they don't have depression. Because honestly, sometimes, and just speaking from how I am, Sometimes I love to, like, why do y'all think I say that I love to entertain people? I love to entertain people and I love to make people laugh because, you know, in a way, I want to be that thing that people can look to when they're feeling down. So, you know, sometimes the funniest, most smiling, or people that try to entertain the most are also the ones that are really depressed. Look at Robin Williams, very successful actor. Everybody loved him. And then look what happened. That stuff is real. So don't think a smile and a laugh is really like, someone is not depressed. But back to what I was saying. Yeah, there's other things that made me feel like I had depression for a long time. But after the breakup is when people, I feel like, really started taking what I was saying seriously. And on top of the breakup and catching depression, one of my family members died. And me and this family member, we weren't close like that, like phone calls all the time and whatever. But, whenever we had like a family event, he was always asking me like, hey, Tevin, how you doing? What's going on in life? Keep your education going. Like, he would always drop knowledge on me whenever I see him. And it's just like, dang. When I thought of, death in the family, I always thought it would be like the older family members. And of course, I don't like to think that because, I love my family. Even if, we don't talk like that, I really am a loving person. So, I would always think it's the older family members, but it's like this man still had a lot of life to live and he's just gone now. And it's so, it was crazy. And like I said, we weren't close, but that was still family. Like it was just sad to deal with. So break up, and then right afterwards, I'm going to a funeral. Like just a few weeks after a breakup, my mom is calling all of us. Cousin so-and-so died. And I would say the only good thing that came out of, the funeral, and I'm not saying that, his death is good or nothing like that. Y'all know what I mean. But the good thing is, some family members that I haven't seen in years came down for the funeral. And it was nice to reconnect with them. And I was able to get their numbers. I was able to get their social media. And, they said that they're going to try to come down to Jersey a lot more and, be around the family. And even one of my aunts, at the funeral, like she was trying to introduce me and my cousins to like all of our other cousins. And she was saying, you really need to get to know your family and you really need to talk to family, for moments like this. And that is so true. Like, that is so true. And, it was good to reconnect with those cousins. And quickly, just to get back onto the depression thing. Also, with me dealing with depression this summer, like most of my summer has been me cooped up in my room. Like I was literally going through a routine. Like I would go to work, clock in, clock out, and then I would just go right to my room every day. And like my family would ask me to do things and I would either say no because I would have like other plans, or I just didn't have the energy to do anything. And even when I did go with them, like for stuff that they asked me, like I would have so much negative thoughts, not about them, but like just negative thoughts about, everything. Even when I was hanging out with friends, and I'm gonna keep it all the way real. There has been times where I really felt like some of my friends don't care to talk to me about how I'm feeling. Like, I somewhat felt like a burden to some of my friends this summer because of, everything I was going through. But at least when I really needed someone to talk to, they did show up. But I'm not going to lie, there was a lot of moments this summer where I really felt isolated, alone, and I had to deal with a lot of emotions on my own. And like, even when I did talk to people, it also felt like they didn't understand what I was going through. So, you know, it felt like a lot of people just didn't understand, and they would be there if I really needed them to. But for the most part, there was a lot of moments where I was by myself. So on top of the funeral and not really feeling like a lot of people was there for me at certain points, me and my ex, we did talk here and there, throughout the breakup. I mean, yeah, throughout the summer and whatever. And we talked about things that I didn't want to know or hear. And it used to devastate me a lot. Like, I'm not even going to lie. Like, it really used to devastate me a lot. And it's like, I even started to question, like, did you ever really love me or anything like that? And this video is not trying to frame her in a bad light. This is not me trying to frame her in a bad light. Because honestly, I really do see that she is a good person like, she is really a good person. And I know that she loves me, but this video is not to make her look bad. This is not to make her like frame her in a bad light. This is just me, like, just expressing how I felt. And like, there was moments where I was questioning, like, does she really love me? Does she really care about me? And I honestly think that she does, but we're young and things are just complicated. So that's all I gotta say as far as that. So it's like little things like that would also mess me up mentally. And then like I told y'all, death in the family, not feeling like too many people was there for me at certain points. And it was all weighing in on me. But then I started to look back at some of the moments this summer. I had more time to work out and try to lose weight, because I gained weight for the past few years, but I'm trying to lose it now. I have more time to myself. I would take walks around this park that I live near. When me and my friends went to Baltimore, they even said that I was living life, and they said that was the most happiest I ever looked in front of them. And I started to think about like the moments like those, like, taking a walk in the park on a nice day, really viewing the scenery. I finally got a car now, so I'm driving wherever I want. If I want to go anywhere, it's my choice. I can just hop in the car. I don't have to ask for an Uber. I don't have to ask for rides no more. I can just hop in the car and go wherever I want. I can take walks, view the scenery. I can lose weight. Me and my friends going to places outside of Jersey that, takes me away from all the problems that I feel like I have in my life. And when I was thinking back on the good moments from this summer, one thing I really learned, and I heard this saying so much, but I think this summer really showed me it. Life is beautiful, and life will go on. Like, dealing with the breakup, and I don't know if we'll get back together. I don't know if we'll remain friends, or I don't know if something will happen to where we never talk again. But life still happened after our breakup. And there was still things to appreciate about life outside of our breakup. Like I told y'all, me and my ex has been like together for so long to where she became my life, and I always made her first priority. Which, not to lie, when you're in a relationship like that, yeah, your girl, well, not even just your girl, your partner should be like one of your main priorities. But along the way, and this is not her fault, this is not her fault, this is me saying this about me. Along the way, I felt like I lost priority of myself. Like, yeah, I would take care of myself and whatever, but I didn't take care of myself like how I used to. I would still try to do things to make me better, but I don't think I was my first priority like every person should be. Like when you have a partner and you guys have a strong relationship, yeah, they should be a priority, but you always need to be your first priority. And I'm not going to say who told me this, but I was talking to, an old friend, and they said, Tevin, you need to start making yourself a priority first, because at the end of the day, no matter what happens, the only person that really got you in this life is you. You're the one going through the experiences. You're the one dealing with the emotions. Yes, you can talk to people about it, but you're the only one that's dealing with this stuff. So basically, they told me, like, you need to work on making yourself a priority. And during the summer, I was kind of forced to do that. I was so used to making my ex my first priority, thinking about her and thinking about, okay, how will this decision impact her? But now, for once, I had to think about, how will this decision impact me? What do I want to do for me? What do I want to do today? I was kind of forced to do that again. And me and her had been together for so long, and we were so committed. We were together for, like I said before, like almost 2 years. For 2 years, I've been hardwired to really mostly think about her, and it's not her fault. But sometimes when you get into a serious relationship like that, it's kind of hard not to fall into that mode. So yeah. And then the funeral, it was sad that a cousin died, but in the silver lining of it, it brought our family back together. And I feel like that's something that I haven't seen in recent years with my family. At least that part of my mom's family. I feel like we did more family stuff when we were younger. I mean, when I was younger. But it seemed like over the years, less family events has been happening. And, while it's sad that a funeral did it, a funeral still made me interact with aunts, uncles, and cousins that I haven't seen or talked to in years. So, stuff like that. And then, my friends, like I said, how I felt like some of them weren't talking to me like that. But when I really needed it, like, they would show back up. Basically, I'm saying all of this to say, and I talked about all these experiences because I feel like I'm rambling on too much. And if I am, I'm sorry. But, this is me trying to be as honest and, whatever is possible. Basically, I'm saying all of this to say that the main thing I learned this summer is that life goes on, and that if you look for it, life can be beautiful. Because despite all the bad stuff that was happening to me, I still found beauty in walking the park, feeling that fresh air, looking at the fresh plants, looking at, families walking with their kids, or like, the little kids playing football and soccer, and thinking, they got a lot of life ahead of them. And then, me going to Baltimore, seeing a new city, experiencing new things, going to places I've never been to before. Shoot, even I think I told y'all on this channel before, one of my favorite rappers is J. Cole, and like, he's always dropping gems in his music, and he put out a new album in the off season. I'm not even gonna lie, even though it's not a relationship album, it still helped me work through a lot of the things I was dealing with. Because even I think the last song on the album, Hunger on Hillside, like, he was rapping about how bad things is gonna happen, but as long as you believe in God and you believe in the process, like, and you stay strong, you're gonna do good in life. And one of the last few lyrics on the song really hit home for me, where when it was like, damn, I can't remember the first part of the lyric, but the one part of the lyric that really hit home for me was, all the weight you hold makes you worth your weight in gold. And the way I interpret that is basically just like, you dealing with all of this, you're going through these things, but someday it's all going to be worth it when you reach the goals and reach the things that you want to do in life. And that's what a lot of people has been telling me. Like, even my dad, when I first went through the breakup, he told me, like, Tev, this is just going to make you stronger someday. And honestly, I do feel like a stronger person, because like I said, I feel like I had depression. I've dealt with pain a lot, but this is like one of the few times where all these things was being thrown at me. Like, almost every aspect of my life was being thrown at me with negativity. But here I am. I didn't commit suicide. I didn't throw my life away. I didn't become a drug addict. I'm still here trying to be the best person that I can be. I think I've said already in the video, me and my ex talks here and there. And if we get back together, we get back together. If we don't, then someday I'm going to find somebody else. I'm working on getting back into school. Actually, I am back into school. Classes start on my birthday, September 1st. I'm still going after the dream that I want, to become a film director. And then as far as the friend front, we still making plans. Actually, me and my boy is actually planning on going to the J. Cole concert in September. As far as other friends, we're already talking about doing trips in November, going places. So it's like, that's why I say life keeps going, and you just really got to look for the beautiful things in life, even when you're going through bad moments. Because as bad as I would say this summer was, it made me appreciate life more, and it made me, want to keep going. And that's also the other thing that I want to talk about. Talking about my depression and stuff like that, like, it's kind of tough because, like I told y'all before, I don't really like opening up, but, I want to be that symbol of hope for people. And I know this is a very long video, so if you even got to this point, thank you. But I want to be that symbol of hope for people. Like, depression is a real thing. And like I told y'all before, a lot of people has misconceptions about that stuff. Like, some people even think just being sad is depression. Like, no, just being sad for a day or two, or like, being sad for like a few hours, that's not real depression. Like, if I have any subscribers, or if anybody clicks on this video and you guys are going through hard stuff and you guys have depression, don't give up. That's the main thing I can really tell you. That's the main thing I really just want to say. Don't give up. I know things look bad right now, because shoot, I would even say things in my life don't look 100% great right now. I know things look bad right now. I know they do. But you are here for a reason. God put you here for a reason. Even if you don't know what that reason is, you're still here. And the people around you love you. Even if it doesn't seem like that, the people around you do love you. And if you really feel like there is no one that loves you, someday you're going to meet someone that will. So just keep going. Don't give up. And, if you're ever feeling depressed, make sure you call the hotlines. Do whatever you need to do. Or shoot, do what I do. Try to find an artist that gets your mind off of it. Or try to find a YouTuber. And I'm not just saying me, because I know I've been saying that I want to be that symbol for people. Like, I want people to be entertained by my work. But even if it's not me, go find somebody that will keep you entertained, get your mind off things. But please, please do not succumb to the negativity. Well, that's it. This was probably my longest video yet. And I don't know how people will receive it, because I know I did a lot of pauses. I know I did a lot of stuttering or whatever. I don't know how people is going to receive this video, but I'm going to put it out, not just because, you know, this was actually a little bit healing, being able to talk about this with y'all and just being able to express how I feel. But I'm also going to put this out for, like I said, people that could be going through the same things I am, or people that could just be at a low point in their life. And hopefully watching this video gives y'all a reason to keep going. Because honestly, there's been so many times where I thought about the worst, and I'm not even going to say it in this video. And I'm not just specifically talking about that one thing that you guys may just be thinking, but there's been plenty of times where I thought about doing the worst type of stuff, like, but I tried to remember that, you know, I am important to people. People do love me. I love myself, and I need to keep going. And I tell myself that one day all of this is going to work out. Because like the J. Cole lyric said, all the pain you hold makes you worth your weight in gold. So I hope y'all really enjoyed this video. I know this is a very different type of video than I usually make. I know this video is way longer than I usually make. And, you know, I really hope y'all received this message. And I really hope that you guys get something out of this. And like I said before, positive or negative, or actually, I don't know if I said that, but like, you know, if you guys have anything positive or negative to say, you know, it still makes it, you know, I still like it, because, you know, you have enough energy for me to even say something positive or negative. So, I mean, I keep rambling on, but okay. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope this video gives you guys hope. And honestly, I want to make more videos like this, because I feel like not only is it good for my mental health, but it could be good for others. So with all that being said, Tevin Jameer signing out.